This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so hello again officially. So welcome to our session. So Cypress automation session. So myself Arvind. So I'll be carrying over this session for you. So I'll be your instructor. So I request you all to go on mute if you're not speaking, so that everyone will have a clarity on what we speak and what we discuss. So yeah, and also I request you to go, if you want to speak up, like go one after the other, so that all your questions are being addressed and it's available to everyone. Yeah, so I'll share my screen and let's start for it today. So let me know my screen is visible and my voice is audible, so you can just ping a chat, yes or no. So if my screen is visible, you can see the Cypress automation PPT Google slide available, and my voice is audible so clearly, so that there is no distortion. So in between, if you face any distortions or something, kindly do let us know in the chat, WhatsApp chat, or in our Google Meet chat, so whichever is feasible. Okay, so let's start with our automation part actually. So before we start with our automation, so I would just give an introduction about myself. So who am I and what am I doing, and am I eligible for this training, or how is it, and my training experience, and so on. So as you could see it, just me blow up a little bit. So this is an introduction about me. So myself Arvind. So I'm an Indian and I'm currently working in Qatar. So it's in the Gulf region. So I have around it's around, sorry, it's been lately not updated. So 13 plus years of experience as an automation engineer, and I have worked with a variety of frameworks starting with the Selenium, Cucumber, TestNG, JUnit, Cypress IO, and also like Playwright as well currently, which I've been using it. So my career is mixture of a development and automation experience, and yeah, so that's about my career details. And who are the clients that I'm worked with or previously working with is, like, say, I worked with Verizon, Standard Chartered, Emirates NBD, Binance, and yeah, so these are the clients that I've been working into with. And also my corporate experience or the training experience, so I've been conducting a lot of training sessions quite lately. I think from around 2016 or something, actually I started my training. So I've been training for a couple of institutes in India, actually, starting with Best Technology and so and so. A lot of trainings I've been conducted, and also conducted some corporate trainings as well. One of the companies to list out is Urjanet, which is in Tidal Park, India, Chennai. And my training experience are around like 8 plus years, I would tell. Yeah, so that's about my corporate training and online and offline training, which includes everything. So this is a short introduction about myself. So now I would like to learn about you uh, as a student or as a professional who is attending. So if you can kindly ping, like, say, name, I can see the name, I can see it if it's available for me. But the sorry about it. But if you can ping me just a quick 1 minute task, like if you can ping in the chat, like what are you doing and what's your experience and what's your expectation, so it will be really helpful for me to take it forward. So just we'll have a 60 seconds for this. Yeah, so you can ping it in the chat, so it's like it'll be like I'll be able to read it out. Yeah, so our 60 seconds starts now. So feel free to drop a message actually. So yeah, thank you guys. So our 60 seconds drops now. So let's see who am I getting. So it's just a simple introduction about you and what you do and what's your expectation and what you are working on. Okay, so yep. Yeah, thanks Siddhartha. So working as a manual QA from Hyderabad, India. Okay, that's great. Yeah, thank you. I myself Dixit. Okay, working professional gap of 2 years due to maternity, so need to start again. Okay, no problem. So India is a right place to start or to ignore the gaps. Yeah, you've chosen the right and the easiest, I would say. Dixit. Yeah, it's the easiest part to get into an IT. Actually, testing is a very easiest one. So let's give others some more time. Actually, if you would like to ping it, you can ping it. I think we have around like 60 seconds. Okay. Thanks, Kanchana. 14 plus years experience. Okay. Yes, Cypress is the latest trending tool. Yeah, we'll see more into it. Thanks for your message. Biswajit. Yes, currently working in Canada as a QA lead. Okay. Okay, I want to enhance my skill as currently we are using Cypress. Okay, that's great. So here we have one candidate who is from Canada and they are using Cypress. Yes, Europeans mostly move towards JavaScript, so that is one thing. I'm working as a manual QA, Ramachandra. Yes, I need to update as an automation tester with Cypress. Need to switch within org. Okay, that's brilliant move. Yeah, thank you. I'm Sarita. I have 7 plus years experience in manual testing. Okay, great. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for attending the session. Okay, fine then. Yeah, so let's start it up actually. Let's see what are the things that we have for today. And again, like I welcome you all for this session. Actually, whoever has given the inputs and whoever is not giving the inputs, no problem. So it's just a good way to start. So that's the reason we ask for the inputs actually. So this session, I would like to be like a more interactive session than being a one-way communication. So it's always like if I do something which you want to be taught in a different way, it's very well welcomed actually. So that's the way we can improve each other. So and again, like say if already you are into automation, yeah, there is one person Pearly from Germany, and I have 4 years as QA engineer looking job as a QA engineer in Germany. Yeah, sure, yeah. So European countries are mostly widely spread into like Cyprus, Playwright, all these things. Yes, definitely it's a right designation. Training based in USA, looking to transition from Selenium to Cypress. Lot of demand of Cypress in US job market. Yes, yeah. Yes, boss. Yeah, that's true actually. So European and Western countries are moving towards JavaScript and the easiest way to automate. So that's the reason Cypress is of very peak. Yep. Thanks for all your inputs. So let's be more interactive. I'm working in Test Cafe. I'm not getting Test Cafe class. So is it helpful to Cypress? But I don't have idea about automation. Okay. Okay. Yes, Rani, I see your message actually. Test Cafe. Okay. Test Cafe. Let me see it. Actually, I don't heard about the tool, but is it an in-house built tool or it's like okay. Okay. So I see it. Okay. Test Cafe tool. Okay. So maybe Rani, can you elaborate like what do you do in Test Cafe? Like I see that Test Cafe is part of JavaScript and TypeScript language actually, but it's a web browser based automation tool if I'm not wrong actually. So I'm not getting Test Cafe classes, so it is helpful to Cypress. Yes, actually I would say more or less it should be the same actually, Test Cafe and Cypress. Okay. You're also learning Test Cafe. Okay. Got it. Yeah, more or less like Test Cafe and Cypress are almost similar language, I would tell, an automation, but not the same. They have their own pros and cons. So let's see it up. Yeah, but anyhow, thanks for your input, Rani. Yeah, looking forward to learn with you. Yeah. Okay, so now let's start our session. Yeah, thanks for all your input. Okay, spanning hours anywhere, perf tools. Yeah, thanks, Mita. Thanks for that input again. Yes. Okay, thank you. So let's start our session for today. So this is going to be our first session, and it's going to be a demo session. And here we are going to see a lot of like what we are going to teach and what is your expectation and what is our course syllabus. I hope you all went through the course syllabus, right? In case if you didn't go through it, so let me quickly ping it over here. So uh, okay, so let me quickly ping it to you, so that you can just have a quick view at it, in case if you didn't have an exposure to the syllabus previously, but just have a quick view at it. So these are the things that we'll be teaching about actually. So this session is mostly concentrated into like what Cypress is about, what we are going to learn, and what is the way of approach, what is the pros and cons of Cypress and stuff. So it's going to be like a complete overview of what we are going to learn in the upcoming sessions. So it's going to be like say eye opener for you, like what we'll be teaching and what is going to be taught. So that's what we'll be handing it over sheet in the first session actually. And going forward, we'll be taking upon like say we'll how we take up the session is like first we go to the JavaScript. So what is JavaScript, how to run your JavaScripts, and what is required for a JavaScript, what is promises, what is async await, what are variables, what is arrays, and all these things first we'll be covering it in the session. So that will be the part one. So it will take around a week or a week and a half, I would say. That means like around like 5 to 7 sessions it will take it out. And then we'll have some interview questions which you can prepare it up actually. So and we can have a discussion for the same as well. And then we jump towards the Cypress, how to run your first script in Cypress and how to find identify the locator strategies and what is Cypress is about and so on so things. Okay, so we start off with the JavaScript as a base level, because we cannot expect everyone to know the JavaScript for everyone, right? So we need to have some session on which how a JavaScript will be working. But to be really frank actually, like I need to, I'll be like pretty straightforward actually. So you need to provide at least your 100 percentage of your efforts over here. So yeah, yes, Saria, to answer the question, the syllabus is I've just pinged you over here, so I can ping it in the WhatsApp chat as well quickly, so then it will be available. This is the syllabus. Okay. Yes, the demo session is getting recorded and it will be shared tomorrow morning as early as possible, because as you know, like we operate in Indian time zone. Like now you can see the Indian time zone is around like 9:20. So most probably tomorrow same time around 9 or 10 it will be shared. So no worries, it's already recorded. It's being recorded. Yes. Okay, so what is Cypress? So just a quick question to all you folks actually. So I see like certain people have exposure to Cypress and certain people don't have exposure, or they have exposure to a similar tool. So that is greatly appreciated, because taking an effort to learn something is really an appreciable one. So I really appreciate you guys for attending this session. So not for the commercials at least, because I know how it's a big task to learn a new tool actually and to come up. So it's a really a tough task. Without guidance it's like running inside an ocean. So we are here to guide you. So let's open the forum. So can you tell something about what is Cypress is about? So the slide is in front, but you don't have much details, but I would like to know like what you have did to come towards this session. So just a quick one, again, 60 seconds one. So just you can ping it in the chat, like what is Cypress and what do you know about Cypress? 1 point should be fine, actually, each one. Okay, so our time starts now. Our 60-second clock ticks. Okay. So anyone like Any insights into Cypress? Okay, okay, so no one till now, no one. Okay, so let's see if someone like what is Cypress? Does anyone did any R&D or something like that? Like what is Cypress is about? Even you don't do it, no problem. Let's be honest. Yeah, JS based library for test automation framework. Yes, that's a thumbs up for you. So I would give both. Yeah, thank you, thank you. That's a great effort. I would say yes. Thank you. So anyone good tool to test JS based application? Yes, thank you, Smita. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so any more? Okay, last 5 seconds. Five, four, three, two. Okay, thanks, Rani. That's the last one. That's the last one. Cypress will run inside browser without using third party like drivers. Excellent. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. So, and the last one, Pearly, modern end-to-end testing framework. Yep. Thank you, Pearly. Yeah, thanks. Thanks everyone for your contribution. Yes, that's exactly right, actually. So let's jump into it. Like Cypress is basically it's an automation framework, and what automation framework we can do it is like we can do only your web automation framework. We cannot automate your mobile apps or mobile things. Okay, so that is not possible. Okay, so that means like say mobile in the sense like say I think like most of you would have a mobile device, either it can be an Android or it can be an iOS platform. So if it's an Android, you usually install it from your Play Store, and if it's your iOS, you usually install apps from your what is it App Store. Okay, your iPhone app stores. So these devices app you cannot automate it inside Cypress. Okay, so that's one thing. And also you cannot automate your mobile browsers into your Cypress. So Cypress is it's purely a web-based automation tool. So that means anything and everything that can be automated inside a Chrome, Firefox, Edge, whatever the browser you name it, it can support it. Okay, so it can automate it. So this is one of the best tool I would say currently which is available in industry. So I know there will be a lot of debate like Selenium has been long time running, but Cypress is just came into the picture and it has, I would say it is nearly going to overtake Selenium in this part alone. So I'll tell you the reason actually why, because Selenium, a lot of people would have been used it or you might have explored it up. It's again also a very easy tool and it's like a platform independent tool. So that means like say it is compatible with any programming languages. It is it it can work anywhere and it can automate anything. That is the most powerful tool for the past 1 or 2 decades, I would say. Okay, but Cypress is trying to overtake it or it's trying to break it. Okay, so there is always a pros and cons for all the automation frameworks. So similarly Cypress is also having certain pros and cons, which is rightly indicated actually. So it's a JS based library file, so it can automate JS based application perfectly without any flaws. Okay, then you might ask me a question. So why not other application which was developed in Java or C sharp or anything? So basically it can do it, but there are some slight glitches which Cypress cannot address it. So we need to be quite frank on that. So there are certain things which Cypress cannot address, so we'll be telling it to you in our session. Okay, okay. So this is about it. So Cypress is a front-end automation tool, and Cypress can automate web application and API as well. So, and again, one more question to you. So how many of you are aware about API automation? So are you guys aware about what is API and how do we test API? So can you list any 1 or 2 tools which is popular in the industry for API automation? So I know manual testers can come up with something. Yeah, there is one thing, Postman rest assured. Yes, exactly. Thanks for the input. Yes. So rest assured is a very famous tool actually for automation. Soap UI, yes, thanks Sam. Yes, that's also a very good tool. And Postman Soap UI, yes. So these are the karate. Yes, thank you. That's really an appreciable one. You know karate, and it's also a good tool actually. I would say karate. So what we can do about over here is like say so Cypress automation using API. Yes, it is possible, Rani. Cypress can automate API as well. So we'll be coming to the covering that topic as well. So that's wherein I highlighted the API alone. Because nowadays in the current industry standards, right? So people is expecting something more from a testing point of view. So that means like say if I am into like say automation testing, so people will expect like say okay, so you did your UI automation, that's great, it's fine, but what about the API automation? How can I test whether my application has been working fine at from every end? So to answer that question only, the API automation comes into picture. So API automation is nothing but you say you do something inside the UI and you send it to the server, and the server will return back with something which will return back something which can be the same as that you sent, or it can be a different than what you sent. So to analyze that one only, we need some type of tool to manually do it, or you can also do it via automation as well. So I'm not denying that even Postman can be helpful to do the automation part as well, but mostly your Postman is handled by your manual tester. So I do something and I need to record it something. So that is how basically it works. So these type of items and all basically API automation can be done. It can do an extra validation than the UI, and it is very well useful for us. Okay, so that's the simple thing. And again, like say API automation is considered one of the easiest one, and it's one of the most ROI from the business perspective. Because why I'm telling this one, or why I'm insisting this one, is like before you construct an UI, you construct an API and you send the response to it, and based upon the response they construct the UI. So from this you can see the API forms the first layer of your UI automation, where you can eradicate most of the bugs, and if something slipped after the API, so that can be covered inside the UI front of it. Okay, so I hope this concept is clear, right? Yep. Sorry about it. If I pronounce it wrong, Berenice, can you go on mute if you don't mind? Like, yeah. If any doubts, you can unmute yourself. Yeah. Sorry about it. So, can you all go on mute so that everyone is audible? Yep. Thank you. Thank you. So any doubt now so far, how does your API play a major role? So basically your API is something like say first layer, and then comes only to your UI. So that's why like I work in a Gulf region. So that's why like say in Gulf regions API is considered most important. So whenever you are on a manual tester or an automation tester, they consider API as something like a primary part. So and going forward in the industries which is existing in the west or east, any part of the world, like API is going to rule the agile environment altogether, because that's going to be a first layer where you're going to find maximum bugs and fix it up, and then comes only the UI part, whether it's going to be your web or mobile. Okay, so that's the reason I've just insisted or just highlighted the API. And the next thing, Cypress. So what is, I need to pay something for Cypress, or it's an open source tool? So basically it's an open source tool, but there is a separate cloud environment as well available, I would say. So separate cloud environment available, but it's a paid one. Okay, so we need to pay it up. It's not a free of cost, but it's it's a paid one. Okay, and the latest release is like, say this is the latest release 13.x.x. So usually if you want to check upon what is the latest release, you can go to the official website. So Cypress change log. Okay, just Google it, Cypress. Oops, sorry, Cypress change log. Okay, so here we have it, whatever it's gone into it. So here we have the 17, sorry, 7.1, 13.7.1. So that's the latest version that is available, which was released on 21st, actually a week ago. So let me put it over here in our chat. So this is the latest version that we'll be installing it and we'll be exploring it up. So this is the latest version. Okay. So usually I check this version over here. So here there are some bug fixes and stuffs. So we can move around. Okay. So it's a quite easy one, like what they have fixed it and what is available. If it's going to be a small fix, no need to worry about it, but you can use this one for your analysis purpose. Okay, so it's the latest version, and the coding language that is supported is like, we have two coding languages it is supported. One is your JavaScript and one other one is your TypeScript, but we'll be using something called your JavaScript to run it up. Okay, so we'll be using your JavaScript to run it up. So TypeScript, I'm aware of it, but there is some, it's like JavaScript is widely used across everywhere. So we thought about taking the JavaScript part. So TypeScript, we have not addressed it yet, but yeah, that is how it is. But the language supported is JavaScript and your TypeScript. So next thing coming to it, so who are the competitors? Okay. So who are the competitors? So these are the competitors: Cypress, Playwright, and Selenium. So Cypress, all are open source. Playwright and Selenium, and languages supported is going to be JavaScript, TypeScript. Playwright supports much more bigger languages: TypeScript, JavaScript, Python, Java, .NET, everything. But most probably Playwright also is dominant towards your TypeScript and your JavaScript. And Selenium, as you know, it's been ruling for a decade. It's have like Java, C Sharp, JavaScript, Python, and the editor we are going to use for your Cypress, VS Code. Playwright can use VS Code IntelliJ. Selenium can use Eclipse IntelliJ. And installation way, so Cypress and Playwright uses the same node or npm, and Selenium has a jar file which we need to add it, and the framework and the runner. So you can see the Cypress has a native runner actually. So when I say native runner, it doesn't need any external source to run it. It has its own runner which is built upon Mocha and Chai to run it up. And Playwright has something called a Playwright test, just Jasmine, Mocha, and vi test. These are different ways to run it, okay, depending upon the language. And Selenium, we have Selenium WebDriver, Selenium standalone server, TestNG, JUnit, and NUnit. And the browser support, I would say, like everything, all these three tools supports almost all the browsers that is latest in the industry. There is no advantage or disadvantage. So the only thing I can see over here is, like, say Selenium lacks a bit of wait times, which Cypress covers it and Playwright also covers it. But when it comes to Cypress versus Playwright, it's going to be a tough competition, I would say. I need to be really frank, it will be a tough competition. But always, like, say, I would say Cypress was built for Angular and React based application, and Playwright was built by Microsoft. So it depends upon vendor to vendor now. Yeah, so it depends upon the commercials, it depends upon vendor to vendor, and depends upon the languages we use. As you can see, Cypress supports only two languages, but Playwright supports multiple languages. So these are the competitors, I would say. And the installation and configuration, so first you require, like, say, Node.js actually. So now the question to you guys: how many of you use your Windows or your Mac actually? So just can you ping either Windows or Mac, what type you use it up? Just a quick 60 seconds again. Okay, so mostly I see three people using Windows. Yeah, three, four. Okay. Ah, okay. Kiran is a Mac. Okay. So Mac in the sense, Kiran, you're using an Intel or a Silicon chipset? Ah, Intel. Okay, then that's good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you for your feedback. Actually, so I see most of you are using your Windows. So again, no issues actually. So because just why I asked is like to check, like say how many people are using what type of OS machines actually. But the installation is going to be quite simple. So it's the same whether it's going to be a Mac or Windows. Only thing is like say you need to install your Node.js. So what you need to do is like the first step, we already have a documentation for this. I'll share it to you at the end of the session. Okay, so we have a Node.js, so you can go to Google and you can do Node.js download search. You get this website. So depending upon your mission, just change over here. So Mac or Windows, or Windows or Mac, and let this be LTS actually. So what is the meaning of LTS is like latest stable version. So don't go for current version, so because there might be some bugs which is not released, it can be a beta version. So I would suggest you go for your LTS version and just change it over here. So Mac means again you have into 64 and ARM. So ARM is basically I think Intel, so just you can try it up. So let me ping this website to you. So just it's a simple running application. Okay, so as you can see, I'm a Mac. I download it, and if it's a Windows, click over here, download it. No issues. It's a simple MSI file and a PKG file. If it's a Mac, just click over here, and this you need to click next, next. Nothing. All the default settings should be fine. Okay, so just double click over here, and it should work fine. As you can see it. Continue, and that's it. So I've already installed. So I'm not going to install it. So again, we'll revisit this topic once we finish the JavaScript one. So don't worry. Okay. So in case if you want to start it early, just I would say you can install Node.js. So this is required or this is a prerequisite, I would tell your Node.js. And these are the installation commands actually for your Cypress. Okay. So we'll revisit this later as well. So and how does your Cypress works initially? So why I tell Node.js? Because Node.js or npm. So let me put it straightforward over here. Node.js. Okay. So as you can see it, so if it is not visible enough, let me zoom it in a bit. So Node.js is nothing but it's a server basically. It's a server. Okay. So what does it do? It is like it has, we can call it as npm. So it has something called a node package manager. Okay. So Node.js has something called an npm. So npm internally has many dependencies. Many dependencies. Okay. So as a package. As a package. So you need to install it to use it up. So how do we use or how do we download the jar files? The same way we need to have this dependencies installed and we need to use it up. So Node.js has a separate version. Okay. Let me be more clear. Separate version is available and npm also separate version is available. So if you ask me if I install this Node.js, so will my npm be available? So yes, obviously the answer is yes, because Node.js has internally npm available. So if you install your Node.js, npm should be already available. So how to check it? So once you already installed this Node.js, whatever I've indicated now, so you can go to your terminal or your command prompt in your Windows and okay, so why it is like this? Okay, and what you can do it is like node space double hyphen version. So you can see I have 20 version. and only node I've installed. So what I will do, npm space double hyphen version. So you see both are different versions. Okay, so next time in your interview if they ask node and npm are same, it's not the same, it's different. npm is built inside your node, and node has a separate version and npm has a separate version. Okay, so once you install your 20 version, the 9.67 is your npm version. Okay, so make sure you have this right. Okay, because a lot of people will try to twist you in the interviews, so that's why I'm checking it to you or telling it to you. Okay, so this is how the node and npm is different and how they are different. Okay, simple as it is. So now the next one is like the architecture. So why we came to this point is like, say your Cypress interacts or Cypress is available as an npm or a package inside your node, and you need to extract it. Simple as it is. And that's why over here the architecture is showing something like, say Cypress is available inside your node.js, and Cypress interacts with the help of browser, or it interacts to the browser with the help of your proxy server which is available inside your node.js, and the tests inside your Cypress will run based on this. So I can show you a simple already existing program that I have it. So let me tell you the scenario. The scenario is like, say I open the Amazon. Okay, so this is an amazon.com. I open it and I need to get okay, this pop-up is coming, so I need to do a dismiss, and I need to capture today customer service, register, gift and sell, all these things. I need to capture it, I need to print it out. That's it, that's my use case. So the steps are like, say, let me rephrase the steps over here. Okay, so now what we are going to see, it is like how Cypress works. Okay, so let's have a scenario to explain it. The first step will be like, say, open Amazon. Okay, and uh, dismiss the pop-up. Click dismiss to close the pop-up. Okay, and the third one would be like, say, capture the header section. I would say header section. That means today's deals, customer service, registry, etc. Customer service, etc. Okay, so let's see how does the coding goes about. So this is a simple coding. So you can see not much of a code. Your code starts over here, cy.visit Cypress Amazon, and then I check for the dismiss button, and then I check for the labels that are available. Okay, how do I run it? So installation, don't worry, we'll check it. Just I'm giving you an overview. So this is the command npx cypress open. I need to give it. Click on it, and you can see a separate native runner is being run by your Cypress. And over here I need to click end-to-end testing and the browser in which it needs to run. So I usually use a Chrome, that's why you didn't find Firefox, and click start end-to-end testing. That's it. So now it is available for you. So Amazon, you can see a few seconds ago I executed it, or I did some changes. So click on it, you can see this is how it runs for you. So you can see it is not running inside your browser, inside your machine. It has its own native runner in which it runs. This is the same way Playwright also will be running, and this doesn't happen inside your Selenium. Okay, so just I'm giving you a overall difference. So here you can see the test case has been passed. This is how it works. Okay, so this is how basically your Cypress will be running. It has its own separate browser. That's wherein like the browser in which it runs, and the application under test, and it receives it, and it works like this. So it basically creates its own runner in order to run your application. Okay, but as you can see it over here, so what is this browser version? Chrome 123. And if you see my Chrome browser version, so let's see, help, about Chrome, it will be the same, don't worry about it, 122, but its new version is available. Okay, don't worry, if I update it, since all my browsers will be gone, that's why I didn't update it. Okay, so this is how it works. Whatever is you're having it inside your machine, the same browser is will be available over here as well. But if you want to test in a different version, that is again still possible. Okay, so we are on the mid of a session, actually almost halfway through. So any doubts here so far till now before we proceed further? Till here, the general doubts we'll deal it at the last 10 minutes. So till here, like say any doubts, like anything you didn't follow it up or any such kind of doubts, we can discuss it. If not any general doubts, we can postpone it at the last 10 minutes. So still we have 5 minutes. We can cover few parts. Okay, so just I'll mute for 30 seconds or something. Okay, so I hope there was no doubt so far. Okay, thanks for your patience. So let's continue with this. So, and what is the capability of your Cypress? So, interacting with elements, text box, checkbox, radio buttons, table validation, drop down, window handling, new window, it's not possible. There is a reason, I'll tell you, because of Angular and React application, not any other reason actually. And alerts and pop-ups, scrolling within a page, iframe, file upload, download, everything you can do whatever you intend to do, but except new window handling. Okay, but again, new window handling, there is a catch available. I'll tell you what is the catch. Okay, when we deep dive into the session. And assertions, we have like three types of assertions: should, and expect, except. So should and is part of your Cypress, and except is part of your Mocha Chai. Okay, it's part of your, I would say, part of Mocha Chai. So we'll be also be using it at some parts. So we'll be dealing with that. So these are the assertions. And logging, cy.log, we use it up, which is inbuilt inside your Cypress. So anything and everything you can print it over there. And Cypress terminologies. So we have a package.json, so which is going to be the parent of it actually. And there is package log.json, I would say, which I could see it, I could show it over here. So this is again the main thing actually, so which you need to be aware of it. The structure, so which will be giving you the overview or the terminologies when we deep dive into Cypress. And yep, this is the end of our current sessions. Okay. So this is about it, and about overview of how the Cypress is about. And when you check up on the syllabus, so we'll be covering it to you the end to end. So this is just a sample script that I ran it to you. So we'll be covering about the page object model, how to handle it up, all the checkboxes, radio buttons, different tips and tricks are available, which can make your life much more easier. And also like framework building is available using page object model. And also we have the API testing and also XHR testing. We have XHR in the sense intercept, we call a concept as intercept, that particular testing we have. And also like say we have like a particular framework for you to explore, which incorporates both UI and as well as API together. And also we have something like say we run, once we build our framework, we also have something like integration of Cucumber with your Cypress. So there is one specific 5 to 6 sessions available, and what are the features available, what we can do with that, what we cannot do with that. And reporting is also available. We have a Mocha awesome report available. So that is Mocha awesome is the name of the reporting available, which we'll be discussing it further. and also like say how to put this code into the GitHub. So we have a separate topic called GitHub. So how to integrate your GitHub to Visual Studio Code and how to push your code, first code into GitHub. And from the GitHub, how to generate the token and put it inside the Jenkins for your runs. And how to run your code with the help of Docker as well. This one we have it up. Okay. So these are all the things we'll be teaching end to end as a automation tester, which you need to know or you need to support your organization in order to run your framework. Okay. So now the forum is available to you. So please shoot out your questions, whatever you require. We can discuss it. We have like 10 minutes. So feel free to discuss what you require. So yeah, the forum is yours now. You can unmute yourself. Yeah, you can feel free to unmute yourself. Yes. Hello, Ramachandran. Yes. Yes, we'll be providing the documentation. Yes, yes, exactly. So usually what we do it is like to keep it more generic, right? So instead of putting it inside the documents inside the WhatsApp group or the chat where we'll be missing it, so we have already put it inside our consolidated all the documents and we have put it inside GitHub. And this GitHub you'll be given access and you can use it up. Yeah. So these are the items, and time and again we'll be updating it actually. So because like every day, every 3 weeks or 4 weeks, a new session is coming and new people are coming in, new people will be pouring some ideas, so every time it will be updated actually. So you can see few documents are decade old and few are updated time and again. Yeah. When will the class be starting? Yes, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Ramachandran. Yeah. So to answer you, Bishwadit, the official classes will be starting tomorrow. Like today was a demo session actually. So from starting tomorrow, the real classes will be starting. We'll start with the JavaScript and we'll be moving ahead with it. Yep, that's to answer you, Bishwajit. And Kiran, yes, we are using GraphQL for backend. Yeah, no problem, Kiran. Yeah, we have one API also with GraphQL. So yeah, we'll be covering that as well. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Thanks for reminding. Yeah, so usually rest assured we cover it up, but GraphQL also the latest trending one. Yes, we do cover it up. Yes, yes, Kiran. To answer you. Pearly, do we get a end-to-end BDD framework project for reference? Yes, Pearly, you do get it. Again, it's part of this GitHub actually. So once you enroll it officially, so you will be given access to all the repos over here that you can see it. Cucumber, where is it? Yeah, oh, just a minute. Let me search for it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Cypress, Cucumber, Baddie Ball, Cucumber Test, Baddie Ball, all these things you'll be given access towards it. Yes, to answer you early, yes, you'll be given a perfect reference project for you. Yes. Will you be giving hands-on practice after the session? Not after the session, Abhishek Bose. Like in between the sessions, we have some how we had today, right? 60 seconds. Same way we have like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, some activities available, which is more interactive and which we found like say people started to like it. So we'll be having that type of sessions, but exclusive practice sessions if you want. Like I can. We have scenarios as we have discussed it. We have a lot of questions available which you can practice it and you can get back, but in between our sessions like almost like 5 to 10 minutes we'll have some practice sessions where you can open your Visual Studio Code and you can practice it. Yes, that is there. Yeah, but not more than 5-10 minutes maybe because we have a quite a lot of sessions. Yeah. Yes, Kiran, the class timings will be for now 9 p.m. to 10 actually. Yeah, 1 hour we'll be having it up. Yes. Yeah, 9 p.m. IST. Yes, correct, Kiran. Yeah, that's the right timing. Yes. Do we have doubt clearing session after practice? Yes, definitely, Smita. Yes. Official, yes, we do have. Without clearing the doubts, we will not be going further. So we officially given like say 30 to 35 hours of training, but well, usually it extends actually to my whatever I've seen. At least for the sessions I'm conducting, I usually have doubt clearing sessions. But even if I'm not able to clear it on the same day, so you can expect me to work over the weekends and get it done. Yeah, so we have doubt clearing sessions. So definitely we'll be giving time, no issues. At least for my sessions, if you come in, like I'll be giving more time. So it's officially 35 hours, but I do take some time actually. So that is my weakness and strength actually. So we do give some time. Yeah, that's to answer you, Smita. Will it be on weekends? Sorry, Siddhartha, like we don't have weekends planned anything right now. So you can check with the concerned Isha team actually. So let me put on the slide. You can just check with this Kumar sir. So he's dealing with the classes and timing. So weekends for now we don't schedule anything. But yeah, you can check away. But for simple doubt clarification and other things, we are available over the weekends. Yeah, that is fine. Still fine. Yeah. We get advanced JS concept with real-time example. Yes, Kiran, like we try to cover as much as real-time scenarios as possible actually. But since, as you know, like JS is like we need to deal with both web and like say API, right? So whatever is the open source API available, we are trying to cover it up. Yes, we'll try to cover our best. But if any pros and cons are there, please let me know so that I can get some more examples. Yeah, yes, I'll try to cover my best, whichever is available as an open source. Yeah, I'll do my best. Yeah, definitely, Kiran. How many years an individual could claim in Cypress automation after the course? For sure, definitely, you can claim around like 3 to 5 years of experience, depending upon how well you're in the JavaScript, I would say, because most of the people in the industry know like Cypress is a very piece of cake. It's easy to run and easy to maintain, but the problem is like how well you're into like JavaScript. So I would say prepare well into the JavaScript. Easily you can put around 3 to 5 years, I would say, because we are teaching like complete end to end actually. So you should be you, Yep. Sorry, my voice broke out. So we'll be teaching it complete end to end. So conveniently you can put around 3 to 5 years, I would say. So definitely that is going to happen. Yeah, but make sure you have the right JavaScript concepts too. Yeah, practice more JavaScript than Cypress, I would, because a lot of people in the industry know, they know like say Cypress is easy, it's a cakewalk, but JavaScript is where like say how you apply it to your Cypress. So do more and more examples, practice more and more items, and I would say like give at least 50 to 70 percentage of your time when you learn any new technologies. So you should be there at any point. Yeah. So that's my experience actually. Don't mistake it. So any more questions? We can take it. If not, like it's really great speaking to you all, and have a wonderful evening. And we can meet up again tomorrow. Yeah. So it's great interacting with you, and thanks for your time. And hope to meet you all tomorrow as well. Yeah. Thank you guys. Yeah, and have a good evening and a good night or a good afternoon. Yeah, wherever you are in the world.